Hi, welcome back. You're watching Michelle with Michelle's Life, and it has been quite a while yet again. I'm not going to update you on everything, just this year has been really slumpy. Every time I go to read a book, my brain has a million things going on. I wanted to just update you guys. I lived through the hurricane. Currently though, school is still out, so I figured I would read more and make some videos. The school where I work is all the way out in Lehigh, and they saw the worst of the damage for this area at least, so I've been volunteering some of my time down there, just handing out, food and water and collecting extra supplies to hand out. My mental state has been returning to me slowly and surely throughout this year, though it has been a really hard year. So I have been able to focus more, like I said, with reading. So I just want to do a quick video, actually several quick videos, on different things. This video in particular is about the books that I've managed to read this year. I filmed a video a little while ago covering I think the first 2 books that I read in the year, but I figured since there's only like 7 of them, I'll just do like a year-long wrap-up. So that's what you're watching, a 9-month wrap-up video of the 7 or 8 books that I read this year so far. Yeah, it's pitiful, but I've been doing other things like art and stuff, so whatever, we'll get into it. The first book that I finished this year was Princeless back in February, volume 1. This graphic novel series was recommended to me by Sylvia over at Wish Fulfillment, and unfortunately I haven't continued with the series, but I really did enjoy the first one, and I gave that one 5 out of 5 stars, so I really don't know why I didn't continue with it. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a graphic novel series that features a strong lead female who kind of contradicts the societal roles that were thrust upon her. I thought it was really interesting. Honestly, I don't remember too much of it since it was back in February, but I remember it being good. And then I read Eat, Pray, Love and also Committed by Elizabeth Gilbert. I know there's some controversy over both books. I was looking for a voice I could relate to while reading, and her voice and her sense of humor and just the way that she was searching for herself by traveling the world and learning about other people's human experiences to figure out her own, I found really empowering, and I just overall really enjoyed it, and it definitely helped me get out of a pretty dark place, realizing that, I wasn't alone in the divorce world. So yeah, I gave the first one 5 stars because I really enjoyed it, and then the second one got 3 stars because the second one was more about like the history of marriage, and it was really interesting to see as she was traveling, the histories of different cultures and different tribes and how they associated marriage into their cultures. But it was really kind of like reading an encyclopedia at some points, so it got, demoted 2 stars. Then I started reading graphic novels because, like I said, my brain hasn't been able to like process chunks of texts lately. So graphic novels with lots of pictures is the way I've been going lately. So the second graphic novel that I finished this year was Saga Volume 7 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. This one I wound up giving 4 stars. I feel like the graphic novel series is picking back up. It lost momentum for me with volume 4, and then it's kind of slowly been climbing back up. I have been recommending this series and pushing it on all of my friends since I moved back home, and they've all been really enjoying it as well. It is considered, if you haven't heard of it before, it is considered like a science fiction space opera. It's about, warring worlds, and of course 2 people, Romeo and Juliet style, get together and they have a baby, and it's a giant controversy, and they're on the run, and there's bounty hunters after them, and it features a lot of queer characters and just has an open dialogue about a lot of the things that we're facing in our culture and globally today, but using the science fiction space opera as a backdrop. So I think it's just a really interesting take on a lot of our societal concerns and issues that we're currently working through. So I highly recommend it, and the art is fantastic. Next, I was really excited to find out that more volumes of Giant Days came out. So I picked up volume 4 and volume 5, and again, these were phenomenal. I think the third one I didn't enjoy as much. So I gave the first one, I'm pretty sure, 5 stars, the second one 4 stars, the third one 3 stars, and then the fourth one I wound up giving 5 stars again because I really enjoyed it. I love that the characters are 3 very different girls all coming together somehow and becoming best friends and like figuring out adulthood together. through their college experience and, you know, paying bills and, you know, maintaining a routine and classes and boys and girlfriends, and it's just really interesting. And I find the humor really relatable and funny, but also witty and intelligent, and I highly recommend it. So I wound up giving the I gave the fourth one 4 stars, and I gave the 5th volume 5 stars. Then I also read a nonfiction book called Bipolar Disorder, A Guide for the Newly Diagnosed. Not going to go into that one because I don't feel like discussing it, but I gave the book 4 stars. It was very accessible, very easy to understand, not very scary or threatening, and I felt that it was, just like I said, really helpful in understanding the new diagnosis. Then I read a beautiful book that I need to own because I borrowed it from the library. It's called Bad Girls Throughout History, 100 Remarkable, I don't know, women. I can't find the rest of the title on my Goodreads here. It's by Anne Shen, and each woman is drawn, I'm pretty sure, in watercolors and acrylics, and they're just phenomenally done. And then they each have like a very short blurb about their past and how they went down in history and why they are, sorry, I have hiccups, and why they are powerful women and powerful forces in our history. And I just fell in love. For example, one was of course Rosa Parks. They also had Tina Fey. They had Genghis Khan's great-great-granddaughter. They had Betty Page. Just a lot of amazing females. I think it would be one of those books that would be perfect for like a coffee table book or something, for someone to just pick up and read a page while they're waiting for you to do your hair in the morning or something, or waiting to go out for the evening. I have definitely added it to my wish list / Christmas list. And then lastly, I read Gem and the Holograms Volume 4, Enter the Stingers, and I gave this one 3 stars. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to continue with this series. They're very large graphic novels. Like the average graphic novel usually takes me a good 2.5 hours to read, and these are so lengthy that they usually take me like 3.5, 4 hours. And that's a lot for a graphic novel, and a lot of it is just like back and forth drama because there's so many characters. And I like the sisterhood, I like the camaraderie, I like the diversity in the series, but a lot of it is kind of, I don't know, static. It's very, it just touches on the surface of a lot of things. It doesn't go into anything too in-depth. It's kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode. You're kind of just watching like surface level events, nothing really too serious. So I don't think I'm going to continue on with that series. A couple books I've started this year but haven't finished, but I really like, and I'm hoping to dive into them and finish them before the rest of the year, will be in my next video. Ha! I almost got you on that one. Anyway, thank you so much for still being subscribed to this channel, though it's pretty much dead. I do hope to make videos periodically throughout the year. I can't promise a routine, but that's kind of like my own preference at this point. I'm gonna make videos when I feel like making them, when I feel motivated, because I don't want to produce videos that look or feel like I'm half-assing them. So I will have 3 that I'm filming today. This is gonna be the first one, obviously. So you can look forward to seeing, I think, 2 more. Yeah, one video is gonna be about the books that I want to finish before the end of the year, and then I'm also going to do the, what is it called? The 5-star prediction video? I don't know, where you choose like 5 books that you think you're gonna give 5 stars to. So those are the other 2. So yeah, let me know down below what your favorite book of the year has been so far, because obviously I can use recommendations. Another thing that you could leave down below for me, which I would really appreciate, is I want to update my classroom library to feature more diverse and queer literature, as well as own voices middle grade books, because I teach 7th grade. So I definitely need more middle grade diverse recommendations. And also, if you know cheap or free places to get them, that'd be good too. Because yeah, they're kind of expensive. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!